I'm Jess, and this is
Julie.
And together we're socially inclined.
Exactly.
It always gets a little better.
Yep. Well, actually, we're giggling because our record just happened after.
So do we have to do it a third time?
After all of that, the record.
Hello, Savita, Mary Alice. Good morning, Michelle. So for those of you who were in the Facebook group this morning, if you weren't and you can do this quickly, please do. In the chat, like I said, we're going to be doing carousel posts today, and we're going to design one. But I thought it would be nice if we have time to design one specifically for someone who is on with us. So in order to do that, drop a comment in the chat that has 3 short selling points for your top product. You have to let me know what that product is too. Or 3 things that set you apart, or 3 short 2 to 3 word tips that you would give your ideal client.
Exactly.
No pressure. You don't have to do it, but for those of you who do it, and for those of you who have been working on it since this morning when we posted, maybe it's a little easier for you. So, yes, 3rd time's a charm. So, Vita, how's everyone doing? Anyone use carousel posts? Anyone have no idea what we're talking about, and it just sounds like a dizzying feature that you use on social media? Let us know.
I like what you did there.
I've been working on that one since about 3 p.m. yesterday. Good morning, Kim. So glad to see you. We have a lot of you on today.
That's right. We were just discussing about what we would do for 2022. So,
yes. Oh, it's already like
we're fourth
time to
quarter.
think about that.
I know, it's 4th quarter. Dizzying feature.
Dizzying. My daughter loves the carousel, and she's 18 months old, and she cries when she has to get off of it because, you know, they make you go back and get in line between them. And yeah, she cries between every single one. And she thinks it's over.
Yep. They have one at the zoo, right? That you go to the zoo often.
Yep, we do. We are members of the Tampa Zoo, so we go usually once a week, sometimes once every 2 weeks. All right, so I see Savita. Great. So financial planning tips: be intentional, come up with a money goal, break it into smaller chunks if that goal is too large. I think we can work with that. Let's see what everyone else has. I'm copying it into my trusty Word document. Happy Tuesday, Jate.
Morning.
Good morning.
Carrie Ann, Jamberry, she followed. So if you're new here, when you come on, it helps everyone to know what you do, because we have people that are in direct marketing, that are brick and mortar, that are boutiques, whatever, to put your name and what you do. You never know. Someone might need your services.
Let's see.
Hey, Deanne.
All right.
Hey, Mandy. She says she is... Hi, Mandy, I'm Coach Moms. You were juggling college and family. Whoa.
Wow. That's a good one. Kathy's a preschool teacher. Awesome. We're going to give everyone just a few more minutes. People usually pile in between 11 and 11:05. And then we'll start. Carousel post. So far, Savita's the only one who has put in her 3 tips. This looks like she wants to be featured in our demo today. But if you have some, let us know. 3 tips or 3 selling features of your top product. Oh, Camille's done it. Assisting living for your elderly parents. Independence combined with 24/7 on-site care. Socially connected. Wow. That one is a good one, Camille. I'm going to copy that into... Ooh, I accidentally clicked your name. Nice. Oh, look, we have Debbie over on Facebook. I want to say this is Carlanti Wallace. She does happy, healthy fur babies.
Ooh.
Doodle Pup Shop provides personal designs for women who love fur babies. Well, that sounds like you niche down and you know your ideal client. Love it. Love it. All right, so I've collected Camille's. And I'm about to grab Sarah's. And then we'll get started. And then we'll see what we can get to. We're going to do a lot of demo today because this is really more about doing. We can talk for a few minutes about the benefits, and there are definitely benefits and positives to, I guess that was redundant, but positives to a carousel post over a freestanding singular image or photographic video post. But it's going to be more about doing. Sarah. Oh, yeah, we got to get Sarah in here. Organizing and decorating. Please tell me you travel.
I'm trying to pull up Facebook too, so.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, so we're getting started. Here we go. I will replace this beautiful graphic with our resource for the day, and you guys will get the download. All right, I'm back. Laurie, and she's a pasture poultry farmer. Raised completely different breed of chicken. Neat.
Cool.
Kathy's also a full-time middle school teacher. Oh yeah, Julie is a farmer. Well, farmer family. I don't think she gets out there.
Hey, I can wrangle some cows. I have done it.
Rather be tipping cows in Tuscaloosa. No, if you don't know that song, then you didn't get it. It's supposed to be Tulsa, but obviously you're Tuscaloosa. So
that's right.
All right, let me share. Here we go. Here we go. This one is Carousel Post. Let's present. Voila. And let me drop this for everybody. This one's going to be a fun one. A lot of times we're real serious. If you guys don't know, this is our 39th.
Yeah, 38th or 39th.
Yeah, 38th or 39th Take Action training. You can buy those the replays to the trainings for just $99 for all 50 of them. Currently, at the end of the year when they're all done, we know that these are valued at almost $2,000. So we're going to do something different with them. But for those of you who jump on board before then, you will have access to them. Jete, I'm grabbing your points. We are not going to be able to do everybody's. So if we don't get to yours, hopefully the goal is to provide you enough value in this training
that you can do your own.
Exactly.
Remember, the whole thing of Take Action is to be able to learn a skill that you can learn once and take it and use it over and over and over again.
Exactly. All right, so let's get learning. Who's ready? Carousel Posts, not just a dizzying feature that you don't know how to use yet on social media. A carousel post is what we refer to as a multiple post carousel on Instagram. So it's a single post on Instagram that contains multiple images or videos that a viewer gets to access by swiping right. And you may, actually it's swiping left. Whatever. Mm-hmm. The way you do your thumb. You swipe left, but it's actually content is to the right. So you have to swipe left to get to it. Wow. Did not practice that part. But yeah, so a single carousel can have up to 10 images, and you've probably run into these on Instagram before where you've seen like a little prompt in the bottom of the graphic that it's either got like a finger that is pointing for you to swipe, or it says swipe for more. And that's where they have stacked content into one post, and it's a really great way to get a lot more in a single post and to provide a lot more value that way.
Exactly. And they're just interesting. So it's almost like pattern interrupt in your Facebook feed or whatever. It's something different, and it compels you to have to stay on the piece of content longer because you're having to swipe through, which is, we all know, is great for the algorithm. In past TATs, we always talk about the algorithm and how engagement is great. So this is a hugely beneficial to the algorithm and helping people to see your content in the future, because they're staying on your feed or on your content to have to consume it.
Exactly. And if all of that sounds brand new to you and you have no idea what we're talking about, you can head back to that Take Action training about how to get more engagement. And we broke it down for you, what the algorithm is and why multiple actions on a single post boost your algorithm score so that other posts get seen more. Which is why these carousel posts, you might see, sure, some of them might be showcasing a product, but some of the highest impact ones are the ones that serve, the ones that educate, the ones that inspire. So, stacking tips in there is a great way to do it. And anything that's going to speak to your ideal client, which we're going to talk about a little more. So let's talk about the why, Julie.
The why.
The why.
So again, like I just talked about, the fact that you can break up things, it's just a different method for delivery, and it's a lot more interesting. So we do a lot of long format posts in the group, in our page, and whatever. It's harder, even though we break it up and there's new features to break that text up. This is a new and exciting way. I don't know how new, but just a more visually pleasing. Your eye will gravitate to, if it's a long piece of content, will only gravitate to the headlines. But in this case, you're going to grab them with a hook and then you've got them. So it's just a great way to break up your content and showcase the high level pieces, and then always ending with a CTA so you can push them to whatever their next step is. And we've done previous TAT on that too.
Exactly. Eventually, everything we say, it's going to be like, well, there was a TAT for that. Like there was an app for that. There was a TAT for that.
Exactly.
But yeah, so as Julie mentioned, it's a great way for pattern interrupt and to kind of get people engaged. So we see every time. This morning, I approved 3 people to join our group. And in the answers to the question, it was how to get more engagement. I need engagement, getting more engagement. What posts get engagement? Always, it seems like 24/7. How do I get more engagement? Well, this is a great way to do it because a carousel post requires engagement. It requires the person seeing it to do the action of swiping to view it. So that's what the goal is. Now let's talk about what you can do with it. So I mentioned showcasing multiple products already, but think about that, because the language there might seem a little complex, but it's really no different than thinking about like your top 5 looks or your top 3 looks. I think keeping a carousel post between 5 and 7 is a lot more consumable. I've never done a carousel post that used all 10, but usually if you have an intro, the ones we'll do today is going to be an intro and then 3 pieces of advice, content, showcases, whatever, and then a CTA, as Julie mentioned, because you never want to put out anything that doesn't tell someone what to do next. So showcasing multiple products in a series just means so we have a preschool teacher on here. So it would be like the top 3 mess-free crafts for preschoolers this holiday season. There you go. That's a bomb piece of content right there. And I'll show you, I don't have photos of her, but like we'll show you in the Canva templates that we're going to use. Like you can literally just drop a photo of her or a photo of her classroom in the front, and then maybe embellish the template with a few little swipes of paint or whatever. And then boom, it's ready to go.
Exactly. It can be
other ideas.
That could be the 3 holiday looks or the 3 key accessories you need for this holiday season. It can be how to dress, like one item. So a bracelet, how it was worn with 3 different outfits, or the little black dress and how to dress it up or down or whatever. If you're in the boutique area.
Or it can be the tips that you guys already dropped for us, So the assisted living, those 4 tips, that could be in between your intro and your call to action. And that's what we're going to get to when we start doing the actual design.
Exactly. Tips are the easiest for people to get their brain wrapped around. It's a natural progression with, the hook to get them to start the swiping, and then the natural progression of them wanting to continue that. But it can be, they can be wildly creative where it's just a quote, and it could be one word on each quote that wants to pull you through. So there are some really creative things that you can do with these. I like the, even like who wore it best if you're in the boutique again, or you can do if you're in fitness, you can actually show, the steps to a proper push-up or the proper sit-up. You could definitely take pictures of you in that to do them correctly.
Oh man, that's such a good one. Jate, write that down, girl. Because you can do it I just can see that coming to life. I could probably do it in about 30 minutes. It might take a newer Canva user marketer, an hour. But what a great piece of content. And the goal of these is to get people, like we said, to spend longer and maybe even save your post. When you get a save on a piece of content, that is huge in your credit score,
exactly
in your algorithm credit score.
Exactly. We call it that all the time, and that's how the algorithm works. So if you haven't watched that one, you need to go back and watch that one because it was really good. And I want to say really quick that we're talking about this in Instagram, but these can totally be used on Facebook as well. They don't swipe, but you can still make a really cool 4-block in Facebook. So if it's a how-to or tips, and you've got those 4 that show there. So it's a pattern interrupt thing. So you can create it for Instagram, but then you can also use it on Facebook.
Love it. So yes, I think the other 2 here in the why, or what you can do with them, highlighting multiple benefits of a single service or product. I think Deanne's could be this way. For those of you who watch the chat, 5 real life tips for living a fierce, flawed, fabulous life. Those 4 tips would highlight kind of what she does with her service. And then providing multiple, that's supposed to say items. I do apologize. Multiple items of value in a single image. No, that's not. Multiple times the value of a single image post. That's correct. Okay. No typo. So to the nth degree, the value and the message, the communication that you can have in a carousel post over just a single image.
I do have a little quick cheat for this that we can say too. So if you are just stumped on what you could do, if you don't have tips or whatever, you can literally go to someone else's blog, find a subject, or go to Google, find a subject. If you land on someone's blog, typically their blogs are broken up into 4 or 5 points. So you can take those and it can be a teaching type post. Now, be careful because plagiarism is a real thing. So you want to put it, in your own spin on it. But that, if you're just completely stumped, that would be a great way to get started.
Faux show. All right. And so the how, we're going to do a lot more of that here in just a few minutes. And I do want to get started on that soon so that we're not
this is
pushing all the way up till 12.
The visual how. So
we're going to get you to the point where you can repurpose, recreate, and then design some fresh content using these. That's what the goal is for today. Here you go. Julie is all about having these take action points in our resource. So you fill these 3 things out and you will have easy to copy and paste or type into Canva content for 3 carousel posts. This is it broken down, your top 3 value propositions for the target product or service that you're wanting to sell. Then you want to jot down what your ideal client's 3 biggest struggles are and how you can ease those struggles, relieve them, pain points. Marketing 101. And then 3 tips. Everyone can come up with tips. I don't care if you're a preschool teacher, a elderly care. That's a new one for me, Camille. Elderly care or financial services or just happy, feel good, inspirational coach, life coach. Doesn't matter. You have tips that appeal to your ideal client, niche, or industry. And then we're going to run through this. You have the resource, so you can come back to this little diagram if you get stuck on what's next. But hopefully this visual just kind of helps you see the 4 steps to making this happen. Now, Instagram, you can only post from your phone or from the dashboard. Do we do carousel posts yet?
They're by notification. So
Okay.
what it will do is it will, if you want to schedule them ahead of time, it will email you all of the images with the content, the post content, and then you will just natively post it. So
exactly.
It's not available in the API yet, hopefully coming soon.
But do not fear, because all you need is that Canva app on your phone. And I tell you, they integrate seamlessly and it's instant. So I can design something like, see here on these laptops, I can grab a Canva template, I can customize it, and then I can immediately open up my phone, find that design, download it, and I'll have 6 beautiful pictures ready to post directly to my Instagram. So we're going to talk mostly about those first 2 today, because I feel like downloading it and then posting it to Instagram is pretty easy. It's pretty intuitive. Hopefully that's not your sticking point. The design part usually is. So,
and if it is, there's Canva University that you can search on how to download your graphics. So it's easy.
For sure. So let me make sure that I am ready for everybody over here. Mm-hmm. I got picked to do the screen share today. So yet again, I get to be in the design hot seat today.
Yep, it's my favorite thing to do. So
she was like, I don't apologize. I do not apologize. All right, share screen. Do I have to stop? I have to stop present. No, I don't.
Nope.
Here we go.
So to me, just getting organized with what the points are going to be, and if you're an overachiever, obviously we're doing, 3 tips today or 3, whatever, obviously you can add more. Instagram holds up to 10. So if you need to do more, don't try to squish it into 3 if you've got 4.
Exactly. Yeah. I think 3 to 5 is good.
Yeah.
But anything more than that, and you do run the risk. And we know several of you really like to have the tendency of overthinking and making things more convoluted. You just have to remember that the attention span of someone on social media is less than 5 seconds. So they literally have to be quickly consumable bites of information. So You want to keep the text to a minimum and really make it interactive for them. And that's what the beauty of this is. So,
And the first point of the how, the most important of the how, is really going to be your first, the number 1 slide, because it's got to have a great hook. Just like we talked about in previous TATs, the hook of your post. So this is super important for that first slide to hook them in so that they will want to swipe. So think about that, what is so enticing that you can get them to swipe. So again, the value of this is the algorithm for sure. And getting them to the last slide so that they can take action on the CTA, the cat. The CTA.
For sure. Okay, so this is an important step. I know I talked about, actually, I want to back up and say this. We were actually going to create some Canva templates for you guys, but then we realized that Canva already has a ton of beautiful free ones, and then also great ones. And of course, there's great ones in the premium or the pro Canva as well, but they already have some really good free ones. So we went for the done is better than perfect model, and this is accessible for everybody. So get that free Canva account, or if you already have pro, use the pro account. And then just type carousel into your search feature, and it will actually suggest carousel Instagram post for you.
Which are square, and they work beautifully they will work right over on Facebook as well. So if you have 4 of them.
Yeah, so here's here are just a few of the ones that come up, right? And I really love, this one is premium, so I'm not going to use that one. But if you have pro, that one's got some nice little visual continuity to it. Let's see, this one's free. And I love some of the graphics in there, but I want to go, I think, for something like this. What do you think?
We almost can't
see
your mouse, but okay. There it went. It's like just a little bit of a delay. So.
Oh, okay. My bad.
But if you hover over, it will show, if you have a free account, it will show, or paid, it will show you free or pro. So if you are on a free account and you choose a pro, it will try to bill you at the end. So if you have no intentions of getting a paid account, which is $12.95 a month, we always suggest this is one area that you can or should probably spend in your business, because it opens up so many more varieties of posts and ways.
Exactly.
But it's not.
So can you guys see that? This
still,
little free down here, or is too small?
No, we can see it.
So that's free. And then this one doesn't have the little free. So this one would be paid. So if you do have a free account, just make sure that you click one that says free, so you don't spend a whole lot of time designing one, and then you'd have to pay for it to download it. So this one's free. A lot of these good ones are free. So that's why we went this route, because the work's already done. All right,
they have a lot more than they did. This is fairly new that they've been developing in this area. So
for sure. So yeah, look at this. This is great, and this was a free template. So you may not have these images where you can just drop the background out and then look super badass. But you can always put like a frame over here, or you can just put, some
click back
some
to
elements.
Like the iPhone. If you just click really quick back to the graphic that you made today, up there. Oh. You know what I'm talking about? No, up in the live webinar.
Oh, yes. Hold on. All you have to do is say the words.
That one. I know I'm struggling today. So like in that iPhone, you can drop your picture. If you can't drop your iPhone, it doesn't have to be a perfectly produced, silhouette of you. So just wanted to say, like, don't get hung up on the details. So
for sure. So I guess I'm going to try and design one of these for everybody.
Yep. You got to go back.
Maybe.
Yep. Go back to Canva really quick.
Oh, you're right. I got to go back to the screen share. Okay. Yep. All right. So here we are. Yeah. So to do this, you won't be able to see my Word document, will you?
Yep. We can see your Word document. If you must have shared it all. So Sabrina says, are we supposed to see the screen? I'm not seeing it. Sabrina, if you're on your phone, there's another thing that you have to hit to be able to see it. Like to get to the next screen.
All right. I'm going to do Camille's, because I feel like if I can do this, I don't mean to be this way, but I feel like if I can do this for assisted living, it becomes, you can do this for your organization business, for your health and fitness business, and for your financial planning business, especially since several of you have stuck around with us. So I'm going to just grab a little text box so that I can drop this and not have to go back and forth. And hopefully, like I said, I love designing in Canva. I find myself doing afternoons of it. But when I'm on the spot, it's a little bit more intimidating. So now you would just go into, if you want a graphic there, you would obviously need to find a graphic. And
see if you can find an elder person really quick.
Senior. And so let's do grandparents, because I think you would want to keep this positive. So we'll show a cute little pic of, I really did want to get a frame in there. So how about we could do that? So I'm going to put that there. for now. So I want to get a frame, which is why I wasn't going to get it yet. But I guess we could, let me just try this real quick. Y'all are getting Canva school too.
So this actually,
yeah, I think I like that better.
Yeah. If you
so we can put this here. We'll slide this up. And then we'll put our little button here. And then we could, Camille, what is your brand's name? Or I'll just call it Camille's Senior Services until I hear back.
Amber Court, she says.
Amber Court. All right, so we'll just call it Amber Court. All right, so assisted living for your elderly parents. So she gave me 4 points. So let's say 4 stress-free reasons to choose Amber Court. Julie, you can help me out if you don't like that.
I do. I love that. I need to know what that top font is right there.
The top font?
Yeah, the 4 stress-free.
Okay. 4 stress-free reasons to choose Amber Court. And I might, if I were doing this for you as a one-on-one client, I might spend a little more time doing some things here and there.
Placement and whatever, but
yeah. But that looks, I like that. Yeah.
Yes. So that we can.
So I'm going to delete that. All right. So number 1, independence combined with 24/7 on-site care. I hope those of you who are watching appreciate the fact that I chose the hardest one, because I will admit, since I am a personal trainer and I've been studying nutrition for 16 years, it's a personal hobby of mine. I do tend to gravitate to the Jate examples. So I might add just like senior independence combined with 24/7 on-site care. Julie, if you don't like something, then let me know.
I'm loving
www.ambercourt.com. I don't know if that's right, Camille, but there you go. And I might come back and maybe grab this dude and just drop him in here. And maybe give him a little less transparency. And then there's a lot of quiet in this one. That one's hard. Socially connected. So I'm just going to ad lib here. I don't really know the ins and outs of Camille's product, but I assume she means that the seniors can stay socially connected with their family. So
like
I'm
maybe
gonna
through FaceTime or whatever.
Socially connect. Oh, I'm at a loss. Social,
like with your loved ones, or like.
Oh, yeah, I almost went to social connection, but then that would imply like meet and greet or like community events. So,
she says senior isolation is a pandemic. They stay socially connected with activities every day. So
good.
Not with the outside, but internally.
So we'll say through daily connection with their peers. I like that.
Cherise says, oh my God. I always take hours to create a Canva design until socially inclined. But you guys made that look so super quick and easy. They are. You shouldn't stress. I mean, I know that design is not just an inborn trait for everyone, but when you start with a great template, you really can, make this a no-brainer.
Oh, wait. www.ambercourt.com. I love just making stuff up as I go. Seniors indulge in the selling side of me is coming out a little bit here.
For sure.
Luxurious hotel style living. Is there a pool there? Because if there was, this is where I would say, like, including a pool and a putting green. So I'm just going to put that in there. So you might have like a selling feature there, like, what does hotel style living, including daily housekeeping? Let's drive in that point a little bit.
So, rooftop patio overlooking the city. That's nice.
Yeah. There you go. Like it. This is turning out okay.
Of course.
It's always scary. I'm not kidding. Like,
she says, laundry, housekeeping, gourmet chefs. So that those and in that and those in themselves can be a whole nother carousel post.
Oh yeah.
Like our amenities, talking about the amenities, and then you could have a picture of each of those or something like that.
Yeah, I like that. I was going to go back and edit it, but that's probably the best way to go. So this top one up here would say 4 features that make us the most luxurious.
Yeah. Or, again, the whole point is you're trying to speak to the, the person that's going to have to try to help their senior find, a place to live. Like, what's going to compel them to choose you over someone else, or choose your Amber Court over someone else.
All right. So this is where I have to duplicate a page. I hit this little plus because this template came with 3. She obviously has 4 unique value propositions. So here we go. Financial freedom. No worries. So I have no idea what this specifically means, but I'm assuming it means there's payment plans, or like this might be a great place to input
She's typing, so which is good because I want to find out, because there is that connotation that senior living is super expensive. So trying to overcome that sales objection in a carousel post is amazing. Medicaid options keep you living in place even if financial circumstances change.
Wow. Did I pick the hardest one or what?
Right. So how can we break that down to make it I would just copy and paste that in there for now, for the sake of.
Okay.
Oh, if you can get to, I forgot, you might not be able to get to it easily.
I got it. You'll have to look at my screen not being shared, but there we go. So I'm just going to copy and paste that. If we were doing this as a one-on-one service where we create them for you, I might find something that speaks a little bit more layman's terms or just simple to understand. Like
she changed it. Sorry. Financial freedom with Medicaid options.
Perfect.
Yes.
So let's say more affordable than most with the integration of Medicare plans.
Medicaid, but same thing.
Oh, Medicaid. No, it's not the same thing.
I mean, but for the purposes of this, we get the idea.
So we're more affordable than most, and I would say, and compatible with Medicaid plans. There we go. All right, so that was fun. Okay, here we go. Come on, compatible. It didn't like that. There we go. Compatible with Medicaid plans. Love it. All right, so here's your call to action. In for any of you who did our call to action training, you know that this one is probably the most important slide other than the hook in the front end. So if this were me, I would say something like, we know decisions like these aren't easy, or something like that.
Camille suggested ready to choose the best location for you. For you, or I guess, well, so I'm thinking about it being the not the senior choosing, but the person, their child choosing for them is my take on it. That's who is placing or making the decisions for them, but maybe not.
So we know you have choices when it comes to senior living.
Choose wisely. Or let's see. Oh, they have 5 locations. That would have been that's a carousel right there.
Yeah,
it could have been a close, be close to your loved one too.
So you would just have a maybe like here. Let us help you discover more. This one's hard, but it's doable. I'm sorry. It sounds like Olivia bumped her head. So if you hear her out there crying, I think she's okay. She is being watched, by the way, for all you concerned citizens. Let us help you discover more.
Camille says it's beautiful.
There you go. Obviously, we'll change her too. So we could do. Oh, I'm sorry. She's crying.
We can barely hear her. It's fine.
Okay, good. So I'm thinking something like this. Cropped.
Me too.
Ooh.
Yeah. But if you do it like over to the side, like in a skinny little.
I know. I'm working on it. I accidentally dropped it. So something like this, I feel like maybe running along the edge. And then to soften it up, we can bring back in this dude. And, I didn't get him all the way down here. Maybe, what do you think? Yeah, I like that. That helps soften it, I think. There you go. What do you think, Julie Jules?
Banging. Popping.
That's why she keeps me around. Because I can design under pressure.
People.
All right. So that was the hardest one. Exactly. I like it. So
I love it.
I will. Camille, I think you were chatting with us on support. I'll drop you this link and you can use this as a template.
Exactly. That way you can customize it to your liking. It did start from a free one, and I don't know if those last images were free, but it's okay. If not, you can just find one that does work.
Yeah, there's plenty of free ones. So this is what it looks like. From here, you would open this up on your phone, and you could just one-click download. All 6 of the images would drop into your photo gallery. And then from there, it's just like posting a regular post on Instagram, except for you choose multiple images.
And can I just say that how the perception when someone scrolls by and sees a carousel post is amazing. Yes.
Oh, I am so sorry. One thing, I got to flip back. So there is a tactic, and I do generally like this tactic, and that is to add some kind of this one was there. Okay, swipe for more. So if you don't use this button, you can always just use Canva even has swipe. Like if you do swipe and then you sort by graphics, there will be little, like this right here. We've used this one in some, obviously this is not the right place. This one looks great the way it is. But if there's blank space down here, you can always use that little finger swiper thing, or you can use this one.
That little white one, yep, would go in that corner well.
This one? Oh, this one. That one? Is that the one you meant? It turned black, but I'll make it white.
Yeah.
So you could do something like that just to drive home. It's all about getting them to stop long enough to realize that there's more to see. Right. And you could even make this a different font and make it like a big 4 so they realize that there's more to it. Make sense?
Savita says she's out. She's got to, thanks for joining us, Savita. She's got to go moderate.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Sorry we didn't use your example. We had to give some
Savita's got
an example. Yeah.
Our user. So, and it is good to always choose the hardest one so that way people can see what goes into, creating it. But no one knows your product as well as you do. So it's going to be much easier for you. So, no.
Hey, we can. Oh my gosh. So a little birdie told me that Julie is possibly going to be on vacation and that Coffee and Questions may be fully Jess led. I would love to just make you guys. I will sit there for an hour and make carousel posts. If yours didn't get done and you really want me to design you one, I will design you a carousel post on Thursday.
And Deanne, that can be covered in office hours too. Deanne asked, is it possible to show what to do with it to get it into the dashboard? So,
yeah, but just so you know, you will still have to get it on your own because right now it does not post direct to, as Julie mentioned, the dashboard will not post a carousel directly. So it will still email you the images and then you'll have to press and save each image. So I don't mean like our dashboard is fabulous. It's not our fault that we can't post carousels. The design, the tech people would love to have it do that. It's Instagram's API that's stopping that. So when I say it's literally easier to open up my phone, I know you're probably not going to be able to see it. Go to my Canva app. I can show this though. I can show that part. I'll do a screen share of my phone. Open up the Canva app. And then you'll see your designs and it will be the last one you posted. You open it, you download them all, and they drop right into your photos.
Right. And so a lot of times I will design in Canva on my desktop because I like to design there. But
yes.
I do it on my phone when I'm on the fly running or whatever. But the desktop is easier, especially for carousels, in my opinion. Then I just open it up on my phone so that way it saves to my phone. So easy. Whatever the shortcut is, we always want to take the shortcut. But you can totally do the same thing. You can download them to your computer. You can upload them into a post in the dashboard. That way you can work way ahead, and it will just email them to you at that time.
Yeah.
So even if it
definitely benefit.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think this was a good one. I feel like I missed it because I was on the other page designing. I hope I wasn't like, because I do have my design face and it's probably not the most attractive whenever I'm typing. But I feel like it was a good one.
I'm sure it was good. I didn't notice that it was bad, so I'm sure it was good. And so you could be that person that sticks out their tongue every time they're like
I do,
really concentrating on that.
I'm partially that way. My sister, she cannot do anything without a.
Yep.
But I only got like 50% of those genes, so you can put me on camera. Nice.
Let's see if there was any other, but this is good. So we're going to task you with taking action. Come back. I probably will not be able, I will be on the road in an RV, which is super loud. So I can probably tune in as a viewer, but you will not want to hear the running down the road. So, so I can't wait to see what y'all come up with that you need to showcase in office hours because I'll be watching. I want to see. So
exactly.
And if you need further help, all you're doing is just boiling down the main points, main selling points. So we did a TAT on selling. So
Yeah, we did. We've done several of them.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome, Deanne. Thank you.
Yep.
Oh, I need to screenshot this real quick. So that, hold on, don't turn it off yet. We can stop recording though if you'd like.
All right. Thank you all for joining. We're not leaving yet, but I'm turning off for the recording. Thank you all for joining us for this TAT. Tune in next Tuesday with Julie and Jess.